Now how if you go to watch the Georgia Bulldogs play football, you got to wear the jersey. If you're going to see Atlanta Braves play baseball, you have to wear the tee. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing today, because I have on the new 188 bar hopping tee. And I tell you, it's the hottest t-shirt of the summer. Go to 188.com/merch and pick you up one. The start of Memorial Day weekend, right? And Daryl's here in the Kitfox. I think Derek is coming in the Stinson. The Little River, or the Oconee River, is showing some sandbars, so we're gonna get out. I know I can land Kenneth's bar today, but I'm hoping, Kenneth's bar really is the only bar that I have put the Citabria on, so I'm hoping that I can put these big tires on a couple of new bars for the Citabria today. Derek hadn't flown in a while, so we're gonna knock the rust off for him, and I don't know if Daryl's gonna get his first sandbar landing under his belt or not, but just got new wheels on the Kitfox. He's sandbar ready. Now it's just about comfort and proficiency. So told him to get out with us today, get some practice approaches in just to get the feel of it, because that makes a big difference, and we'll see what happens. All right, Daryl's getting some air put in his tire. The wind is nothing really, but I wanted to go ahead and pull up the windy app so I can figure out exactly which way the wind was going to be blowing on the river. There's the river. So Kenneth's bar is actually going to support an upriver landing. So probably most of the bars today that we land, we're going to need to land probably upriver for the most part. Yeah. It's a beautiful morning. It's actually a little cooler than what I thought it was going to be. But it is a beautiful day to go flying. It reminds me of that the movie. I was like, "Good morning, Vietnam." I guess we'll have to change it. It's like, "Good morning, Vidalia." Speaking of, it's Vidalia with a Y. You'll hear these pilots come in that's not from here, or definitely not know the local language, and they call it Vidalia. Vidalia. But it's Vidalia. Anywho, just excited for old Daryl, because again, I'm thinking he probably won't land the bar today. I don't know that he feels comfortable yet doing it, so I've told him don't rush it. Alright, we're gonna let the oil temperature warm up and then pour the coals to it. Yeah! That was booyah! Good! Alright, let's see Daryl. Yeah, that looked pretty short. That looked pretty good. Yeah, I pulled it up about 50. I'm gonna keep spinning, I'm just losing some altitude. What you trying to get to? I mean, I'll be 500 feet maybe. Just get down and do a pass down the river and look at the bar, make sure nobody's camped out on it. You can land out here between the last willow and the water. It just tends to be rougher out there, or you can go in and hug the trees and land between the trees and kind of that little row of willows, and it's real smooth. I'm going to circle back and kind of do an approach like I'm going to land it, so I can look at the terrain. And then just remember, if you follow me in, you don't want to get too close, because you'll get my wake turbulence and it'll mess your lift up. So just give yourself some spacing. Smooth. You at least owe it to yourself to do an approach to it. You ain't got to even think about landing, just get down and do an approach to it. And if you, just do a low approach, don't plan on touching, don't plan on stopping, but you'll see at the end of the bar where you would normally touch down, there's a little bit of a ridge, so you just, you can't land right there at the water, but 10 feet past it is a straight line, but again, just look at it and see what you think. Yeah. That one actually looked real good. Probably a little long, but my guess is he probably won't land a bar, which is perfectly fine. That's great. But I told him, you know, he owes it to himself to at least do some practice approaches and just see what it feels like to get down in the river, see what it looks like to scope out the bar, just get a couple runs at it and, you know, practice getting a controlled descent down. So good practice for sure. And then we're waiting on Derek. He is probably en route as we speak. That boy did it. Yeah, let's go D. That boy did it. Yes, sir. Look at that. That boy's on a bar. I tried to pull it up and I was like, that ain't gonna work. Don't worry, I felt the same way when I landed. When I landed the Avid out here on this same bar, I got up, my hands just like shaking. Daryl put the new 27.5-inch Tundra tires on here and got it bar ready. That boy's ready. He come in, touchdown right over here. And that jacker got stopped in less than 200 feet for sure. Look at this. All right, this is where tail wheel hit, and then his mains are up here. So it had a little bit of a bounce, which is not bad. Yeah, that's one of the things in backcountry flying. You guys know that that downward momentum is kind of what you want to help you get stopped short. Now, not that you want to spread your landing gear out when you land, but a good downward momentum in theory is I would say probably better. He's clearing his runway, getting the obstacles out. What's up, brother? Man, I ain't seen you in a minute.
Life's been happening.
I touched down right here. You touched down right here, right beside of me. So I guess because we were so far back on the bars when I looked, what I told him is I like to land it downriver.
Yeah, 100%.
But, you know, we was talking about the only technical part of that is you slow and you got to make that dog leg turn and land.
I just feel like I'm more comfortable.
Me too.
Coming in from...
Kenneth prefers landing this way.
Really?
I guess because you can see the bar. And on this way you can't. It's just you turn and there it is.
Just you wait to listen for the storm. Hear the difference in the wind. When dark clouds form and start to turn, I'll run again. Far away when the hurricane comes
I'll throw in a couple shots, but I had a really good shot coming for y'all. I had some footage for y'all. I noticed I was making a big sweeping pass to the other side over there, and I noticed that it was I saw a tree come in front of me. So I paused. I was like, uh-oh, I'm close to that tree. So I better just go up. Well, I did go up. I went up right into the limb above me, fought through it a little bit, and I finally saw it splash down like a catfish jumping out of the river right over there. All right, I'm gonna go for it right here.
You're good right there. I'm just gonna come right by you.
Alright, I got Derek inside. Alright, Daryl, let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
There he goes. Alright, that was a solid day of flying. I really did not expect Daryl to get his first sandbar landing in the Kitfox, but he pulled it off. So I'm going to call today a big fat win. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you like the old bar hopping t-shirt, go to oneaviate.com/merch, pick you up one, and I'll see you on the next one.